Today we're speaking with the Realm team. Before we get started, take a look at a little bit of gameplay video. Enjoy!
Hey everyone, welcome to the NFT Hype Show. I'm really happy to interview again, and it's been a while since my last one, but I have it on good word that these guys are doing some great work in the background and on Wax and in the Play2Earn games. And today we have Matt, Ryan, and Kirsten from the Realm team. Hey guys, welcome.
Hey guys. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so Kirsten, you're the community manager, I guess, and you're sort of on the front lines there. And Ryan and Matt, is it safe to say that you guys are the devs, or how would you introduce yourselves?
Yeah, the back end boffins, I guess. I guess I'm just a project manager on the back end stuff, the blockchain side of things. Yeah, that's where I flow within the Realm side and help out with the marketing as well, where I need to pass content through to Kirsten.
Yeah. Yep. And I'm the lead developer, so my main responsibility is building out the game. I've been developer for the last 16 years or so, working on various projects. Also been a gamer since I could use a mouse and keyboard. And yeah, been into crypto since about 2017.
Oh wow!
I bought my first NFTs at the start of the year, and yeah, love everything about it. And Realm's great because it kind of combines all those things together.
What did you buy?
I think it was either Garbage Pail Kids or...
Oh, no way. Really?
It was possible. one or the other. That was my first one.
That was mine too.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. That was the original Series 1, though, back in May of last year. So,
I didn't get
what's that? Are you into them too as well?
Those ones, unfortunately. I would have liked to get something.
Yeah, those are the OG ones. So, guys, tell us, like, what is Realm? Like, how would you explain it?
So the premise of Realm is it's kind of set in the not too distant future. I think it's 2025. And like the premise is that the world's kind of gone to shambles. There's disease, there's war, meteors, and the current leaders have lost control. And so the Realm organization's formed. You're now part of that organization. You've got to form your own leaders to actually bring the world back from disorder. So the premise is around the leaders are the NFTs, and that's within the game that Rhino's built.
Very cool. So is this a play-to-earn game?
Like out of the gates, we didn't set it as a play-to-earn game. It was just, we just wanted to have a game, an NFT enhanced game. We got a lot of kind of feedback from the community of pretty much everyone was hitting this up on every second Discord post. It's like, is this P2E? Is this P2E? And we just kind of, off the back of that, me and Rhino kept kind of talking a lot, and we found that actually fit that paradigm quite well. And so we ended up going down that path, deep into that rabbit hole. And it's actually, we didn't want to just kind of put P2E in it just to kind of do the kind of quick cash grab. We actually wanted to have it kind of enhance the game, and we found a kind of cool design that fits in within the Realm platform. So yeah, it's a P2E game.
Cool. Now, could I ask about your previous game development experience as a team or maybe individually?
Yeah, I've been developing games as personal projects for the last 5 or 6 years. We've got a lot of experience in enterprise applications as well. But yeah, being able to bring into the gaming side's been really exciting and fun for us.
Yeah, I think myself and Rhino together have about 30 plus years developer experience. Like I've been working with Rhino for 16 years.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
We're more in the enterprise space. So we know big about kind of server, the back end, kind of basic UI. Rhino's kind of specialized in kind of game development as spoken, but which is why he's kind of that front end with that sweet game look. And I'm kind of more specialized to the back end to make sure it doesn't fall over once the big loads come through.
Yeah, and big loads we want to see, right? Like I think
Yeah.
you guys are poised for that. I've taken a look at the beta. I've actually gotten in there, seen some screenshots from somebody who's in the beta. I'm not actually in there, but I think you guys gave me access to it, so I took a quick look. And yeah, it looks great. The game looks smooth, great graphics. There's a lot of potential there. And tell me about the mechanics of the game. Like what are you doing on a day-to-day basis there? And how does the user use Atomic Hub and all that stuff?
Yeah, so the main goal of the game is to grow your organization and solve problems within the world. So to do that, you'll be building buildings, you'll be upgrading them, you're training helpers that will get sent with your leaders on missions to resolve all these problems. So you'll use Atomic Hub if you want to expand your team, get some more leaders, trade leaders. We also have blending that allows you to upgrade your leaders. So there's 6 tiers of the leader. So 1 star through to 5 stars. And then we also have a limited edition platinum version of each of the leaders. And so yeah, that's what you'll be using Atomic Hub for.
I'm actually quite familiar with it because my brother, who's really into this game, has been trying to trade and get all the good cards off of me for weeks and weeks now. He's like, oh, what do you need? What can I do to get that 5-star hacker off of you? I'm like, no, you cannot get more stuff off of me. So yeah, I've been seeing it a lot. This blending sort of technology that's there now, is there a way to batch that? Like I know I spent a lot of time just blending the cards, and do you think there'd be a time in the future there when you can just hit a button and it just blends all of them for you or something like that?
Like everything's set up through NFT, so the ingredients and the output is all kind of as is. We're getting a lot of feedback from the community about, like, because a lot of people are holding a lot of leaders, so going from all their level 1s, level 2s can take, like, I'm gathering, hours for certain people. So it's definitely feedback we're taking on board and trying to find different ways to get to that. But I guess just the permutations of all the different blends to get through the same leaders to the next rarity levels. We just need to factor that in, so it works well, not just speeds it up. So it's definitely on the task list, but yeah, at this point, yeah.
And actually, that's one of the things I've heard from you guys is, like, you guys take feedback well, and, like, I mean, to get that feedback about Play2Earn and you guys pivot, that's actually pretty special because not everyone can do that, and I think you guys probably did very well at that. Can you talk about, like, what's coming up in the game? Like, is there a token coming out? And
yeah, like touching on the pivoting, like we had our open beta, had our beta, first round of beta just about a month ago, which went really well. Like the feedback was really positive, really happy with it. And one of the big pivots we ended up doing was finding that the helpers played such a big role in the game. Previously, they were just in-game kind of just helpers, and so we pivoted to include them as actual NFTs as well, and they'll be coming out in the next pack sale, which will be next week. You'll actually now be able to collect helpers, which will be used in game.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
And those are, so all of these leaders, I know another big issue with your game, not issue, but concern, is that, so there's this thing where you have enough leaders for everyone to play if the game blows up, and you have a ton of users, but then you also, with the crypto people, they love it when things are not infinite supply. How are you guys going to manage that?
That's the main reason we brought on the platinum leaders, is they are a limited edition, so there are only ever going to be 100 of each of the leaders of that platinum rarity. So that's going to be for your collectors and you guys who want to hold that really rare card.
Okay. Is there going to be platinum of the helpers as well?
Not at this moment, no.
Okay.
Not yet.
Oh, that's a breaking news there. Yeah,
think it's meant to be.
I would say like it's been a bit of a hard balance, like in the fact of like we've been kind of, I wouldn't say game first, but like we want to make sure this game platform's like perfect, and you know teams are going to enhance the game.
Yeah.
Getting that balance of how many leaders are out there in circulation, which we're hopefully, you know, by kind of start of next year, our kind of user base is going to grow astronomically. It will grow astronomically, and the circulation versus the actual user base should hopefully balance itself out as it comes through.
Cool. Kirsten, is there anything that you want to say about like how your community is, any of the biggest feedback that you got from the beta?
I think like I think we were more just shocked at how positive everybody was. Like we just loved how much everyone loved it, and then they all gave suggestions, which we all read the comments. Like I'm probably the most active in there, but you know, Ryan's on it, Matt's on it, everybody's looking at it. And then we have meetings all the time about what everyone's saying, and if an issue does come up, we kind of stop what we're doing, have like a huddle, try and figure out what the best way to respond is. Like instead of just being like, you know, we'll talk about that later or whatever, like we try and like mitigate any issues as they come up, or like we take everything on board that people say. Obviously some things we just can't do, but you know, if reasonable things like, or if it's going to improve the game, we're definitely, you know, we're on board with anything people give us. So yeah, we're just
Cool. And what are you guys looking for? Like where the token itself, there's going to be that introduction so far. Has it been introduced thus far, or?
Yeah, it's been introduced. The salaries themselves start getting paid out next Thursday. Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's Friday our time in Australia. That's kind of to bring in the concept of the P2E until full release. So basically we've got, it's all been exposed in the white paper, how much people will be paid per leader. So people will start getting kind of tokens paid out until like from next Friday until the full release, and then it'll roll into the full game. So RLM tokens will become in circulation in the next week.
Oh wow. Big time coming up.
Yeah,
now
big week.
what is the max supply and the token supply of the RLM token?
What are we at?
1
billion.
Okay, and is that a max total supply, or is that inflationary at all?
That's the max.
Oh, that is the max. Okay, so interesting. And then you have a certain amount of tokens. So the way it works is basically you have a salary where if you have a leader in your arsenal on your team, you will get a certain amount of realm per day just for owning that leader, or is there some other?
So leading up to the game, it'll be just holding it in your wallet. We'll be earning a salary. Once the game gets released, it's the game's split into 6 regions around the world, and so you can assign a leader to each of those regions. And when that leader is part of that region, then they'll be earning a salary from that. So in the game, you will only be able to have 6 leaders earning a salary.
Okay, and how can you spend RLM at the current time, or what are your plans for that?
So our plans for that will be things within the game that you'll be using on. So certain upgrades, certain speeding things up, progressing through the game a bit quicker. There'll be the helper NFTs will actually be purchasable within the game as well. And there'll be other things that you can do. Leveling up your leaders will cost RLM.
Okay.
So it's mainly utilized within the game, which is where we want it.
So blending and RLM can upgrade your leaders?
Yes. There'll be there's the rarity level of the leaders, but then there'll also be your leaders can gain experience when you send them on missions. And so that experience and leveling will be on chain. So your NFTs will actually be gaining levels. And you can, when you sell that NFT, that level will follow the leader.
Very interesting. I know my brother's excited to play this game. Do you guys have any sort of news that you'd like to release on the podcast today, or any kind of previews? You could definitely drop it with me, or whatever you have. Let our viewers know.
I guess, yeah, like the main news is we've got our Series 2 pack sale next week, which is the 13th of December at 10:30 p.m. UTC, which, yeah, we'll be selling both Ultimate and Standard packs. We're running 2 separate sale windows with 12 hours between to cover, being the fact the community spread throughout the entire world. Just we got feedback from our previous sale that certain people kind of woke up to things being sold out. So we just wanted to make sure everybody got an equal opportunity to kind of gain some, gain their leaders thereafter, and also the new helpers. And inside the Ultimate packs for this sale, everybody will get, when on purchase of an Ultimate, they'll get an early access token. So that'll gain them access to the next round of Realm, which will be kind of early Q1, the early access round. So yeah, that's, I guess, the main
What's the early access round?
Yeah, we had our beta, which was just for the 100 people to begin with.
Right.
And we got lots of great feedback from that, and lots of things that we could change. And so we wanted to open it up to sort of a larger scale, again, to test everything, make sure everything's great for our full release. So that's what this will be. So there'll be a lot more of these early access tokens in circulation. So that'll give us a much larger test audience.
Cool. I just want to pivot real quick. Like, what is, you guys have been in IT for some time. What are your impressions about the Wax technology stack? I mean, maybe you guys have used Ethereum before or Bitcoin. I'm not sure, but compare that to Wax. Like, it just seems like Wax is a lot faster and easier to use.
Faster, cheaper, easier. Yeah, we're really happy with it.
Yeah, really happy with it. We tried a few, like I've tried Ethereum before, like for other projects, like with the gas and all that type of fees, kind of just, yeah, like just made it a bit unworkable at the time. I know there's a lot of things going on with that, but yeah, it wasn't something we wanted to touch. We tried Flow. We also looked into that because, but like as Ryan touched on before, like we're big Top Shot fans. Which is based on. Like I loves kind of the contract kind of language for Flow. I guess the main thing Wax was, performance, costs, the marketplace, and kind of the community across Wax. Like that just kind of spun us over. And it pretty much like it encapsulates everything we need to do and like a lot more really. So that's why it just ended up kind of solving, being the path we took.
Very cool. And when you guys do, I guess, scale up the team, I guess that would be easier to find C++ developers than other types of developers, I guess. Did you know C++ before?
I've done a bit of C++ before.
Not so much, more of a C# developer myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Is there anything that you guys would like to talk about before we leave and wrap this up?
No, I think we've covered a fair bit. It was like a big thanks to the community so far. Like, it's been an eye opener for us. Like, I won't say it hasn't caused a lot of sleepless nights just sitting there kind of looking at Discord on my phone at dinner. Got in trouble a fair few times for just kind of chatting away on Discord when probably I shouldn't have been at a family dinner. But yeah, just basically a big thanks to the community so far, all the effort they put in, and like when we won't forget where we've come from, and we're paying back to that community as we're going along, and everything going into the future.
Yeah.
Cool. Ryan, before you go, what's your favorite GPK?
I like Geeky Gary.
Geeky Gary?
And I'm trying to remember his name. The one with the ants crawling all over him.
Itchy Richie?
Itchy Richie, yeah.
All right, cool. It was awesome meeting you guys. Good luck with the game. I'll be logging on and trying it out, and I'll be in the Discord too.
Excellent.
All right, guys. Nice talking to you, and I'll talk to you soon.
That's good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.